exciting episodes featuring employees that impress their bosses.
My name is John Fuller, and I'm CEO and president of Johnny Rockets.
Johnny Rockets is a 50s, 60s style all-American diner, creating an authentic experience for families. They've been successful in earning an annual revenue of more than $230 million. John joined the company in 2008 as the CEO, and since he joined the company, it's been growing pretty consistently. John wants to go undercover because he has only worked in finance, and he wants to see how things are run on the inside of the restaurants.
While undercover, I'll be posing as Tom Carter, a former gym owner from Santa Barbara, California.
For his first job, he travels to Manhattan, New York to work as a cook.
Today I'm going to go to work as a cook in one of our Manhattan locations.
He meets up with AJ and he first shows him how to make tuna, and John had never cooked before, so he was not confident about his abilities, but he follows AJ's instructions and does well. AJ next teaches him how to grill beef, and John sees how passionate AJ is about cooking, and he was very meticulous about everything, and he made sure that his food tasted great.
I am the guy here. I make it happen over here. There's a technique to everything I do, alright?
John next tries to make a burger and does okay, especially for a first-timer, but it wasn't good enough for AJ, so it gets thrown in the trash. It was hard for John to see the burger get thrown away, but he understands that AJ only wants to serve perfect burgers. On their break, he learns that AJ went to school for art and is a rapper and a dancer, which he also does after break. And while eating AJ's special meal, he performs his music for him and really impresses John with both the food and the music.
You can't be timid even if it means risking you being missing. You know what I mean?
You just made that up.
Yeah, we just do it like that, you know?
Wow.
John then asks why AJ's special meal was not on the restaurant's menu, and AJ explains that he sent his menu to headquarters, but he did not get a response yet. For his next job, John travels to Connecticut to work as a server.
The Mohegan Sun Casino here in Connecticut. This restaurant is the most successful restaurant we have in the system.
He meets up with Janice and she first teaches him how to properly greet customers. Janice is a very energetic and enthusiastic employee, and she encourages John to act the same.
Hi, how are you
that
today?
simple?
You having a good day?
Yeah.
What do you feel like eating? You know, and then they tell you what you want to eat.
John then follows her around and shadows her while she does her job, and he sees how well she interacts with customers. This restaurant is one of the best performing ones within the company, and John sees that it's because of the employees like Janice, who the customers love and keep coming back to. In Johnny Rockets, servers dancing for customers is part of the culture, and even the customers join in sometimes, but John doesn't know how to dance and was praying that he wouldn't have to. But when lunchtime came, and after learning some basic dance moves from Janice, he goes out and tries to perform what he learned. John was still very stiff and his dance moves weren't great, but Janice hypes him up and gives him a high five after his performance. For his next job, John travels to New York City to work as a bartender. He meets up with Claudia and they get right into the job, but before he could do much work, the franchise owner's mom, who was in the bar, recognizes his face and tells him that he looks like the CEO.
I feel like if I stay here 5 more minutes, she's going to blow the whole thing.
The CEO of Johnny Rockets.
John at first tries to ignore her, but knowing this could blow his cover, he talks to her in private and tells her what he's doing. Thankfully, Claudia was doing other stuff and she didn't overhear anything, so John's cover was still safe. Claudia teaches John how to create cocktails and margarita, and John then follows her instruction and does well, and then serves it to customers. Later they go outside to promote the bar by giving away flyers, and the bar system has been a new idea for Johnny Rockets. Since it's something totally different from their restaurant business, John sees that they need to have a different way to advertise and reach new people. For his last job, John travels to Atlantic City, New Jersey to work as a food runner.
Today I'm in Atlantic City, New Jersey, and I'm going to be working today as a food runner.
He meets up with Tony, who gets right into the job and teaches him how to do everything quickly. John tries to follow Tony's instructions, but Tony was a little too fast for him, and he especially struggles during the lunch rush. Later on their break, John learns that Tony was imprisoned for 3 years after he assaulted and almost killed a guy he believed murdered his daughter. There was some proof technically, but the police didn't have the full evidence to convict the guy, and now the killer is still at large. Tony's life was ruined after he went to prison, but the franchise owner of this restaurant got him that job after hearing the story, and Tony's now the best employee and works very hard and makes the owner proud. And finally, John's undercover time comes to an end, and he invites his employees to reveal his true identity.
You know me as Tom Carter,
Yes.
but I'm actually John Fuller, President and CEO of Johnny Rockets.
What?
Let us first start with today's special episode, Celebrity Boss Ashley Graham.
My name is Ashley Graham. I'm the first ever curved plus-size model on the cover of Sports Illustrated.
Ashley Graham is the first ever curved plus-size model on the cover of Sports Illustrated, and she's also a designer, body activist, and author. She'll be going undercover as Morgan Williams, a woman in her 40s who loves fashion and wonders if she can get into modeling. The people she's meeting will think that she's a part of a documentary that takes an inside look at what it takes to break through in the cutthroat business of the fashion industry. For her first day, Ashley travels to Miami, Florida, and she meets up with Alexa, who was getting ready for a calendar shoot. Ashley's a little nervous to be going to an amateur shoot after 17 years, but Alexa was very confident and she encourages her and gives her energy.
My hair's getting peeled. Really? You've never done any kind of modeling? Never?
You can rock it, I can rock it, anybody can rock it.
They then meet up with the photographer, and Alexa does the first photo shoot alone, and she then invites in Ashley for the next one, and they have a pretty good photo shoot. Ashley then takes the stage, and since she doesn't want her identity to be revealed, she intentionally acts very shy and awkward in front of the camera. Shoot, the two get to talking, and Alexa shares that she didn't really like herself when she was younger because of her body size, and she was also bullied both in school and at home, which made her hate herself more. But she has persevered, and now she's a body-positive activist and model, and she teaches young people that they can love themselves for what they look like. She also started an organization to help people like her, but she doesn't have the funding to do a lot with it. The next day, Ashley was still in Miami, and she drives to a modeling agency to meet an aspiring model named Helly. Ashley finds Helly in the waiting room, and they see that they are the only two plus-size models there. As they wait for the manager, the two get to talking and they hit it off instantly, and Ashley even learns that Helly was inspired by her to become confident in herself and start modeling. The talent agent then invites them in and she asks Ashley about her height and weight, and Ashley didn't have the full answer, so the talent agent then goes to get a measuring tape, but the manager stops her and tells her that she doesn't need to do that because they're not looking for people that look like Ashley. Ashley then confronts the manager and asks him directly, and he informs her that she doesn't fit the profile that they're looking for and tells her to leave.
So should I just leave?
That's how we do it.
Do you have any idea who you're talking to?
Ashley gets very angry with his statement and attitude, but she didn't want to blow her cover, so she just leaves with Helly. Ashley and Helly then grab a coffee and talk about the struggles of being a plus-size model, and Helly says that she doesn't give up because if she does, the next generation will also go through the same problem.
We have a personal responsibility to do this for girls our size and for our daughters.
Helly also reveals that she was an immigrant from Afghanistan who arrived in the country when the 9/11 attacks happened. This led to excessive bullying in her school, and she was even given the nickname Terry, short for terrorist. The next day, Ashley drives to a dance studio to meet up with Lizzie, and Lizzie was a plus-size dance teacher who went viral after posting a video of her dancing. They first start by learning ballet, and for the next hour, we see Ashley struggling with it, and Lizzie notes Ashley probably won't become a professional dancer, but she's glad that Ashley's doing this and being confident.
Could do dance and just want to do it for fun. Morgan kind of just seemed like she wanted just to try it for fun.
Lizzie suffered a lot of bullying during her childhood, but she always stuck to her dream, and she's now become a dancer. And because of this, when she sees another person that looks like her taking dancing classes, she gets really excited and tries to help in any way that she can. Later, on their break, Ashley learns that Lizzie lost her mom when she was 5, and her father left her with her aunt, and she got bullied growing up, which for some time broke her confidence, but she got it back by dancing. And she also goes on to reveal that her dream is to teach dance in LA.
Help people just like herself, or people who are the underdog. That says a lot about her character.
Ashley's undercover time has come to an end, and she's set up a fashion walkout stage to reveal her true identity. Everyone was shocked as she takes off her disguise during her catwalk and reveals her true identity, and they all cheer her on. She then invites Alexa to her office and tells her that she was inspired by her body positivity work, and she also thanks her for helping people with her organization and offers her to help her with that, and she gives her $10,000 for the organization and another $10,000 to promote it so she can reach more people. She then tells her she was impressed with her confidence during the photo shoot and gives her a photo shoot with a world-renowned photographer.
Is making it all happen for me right now. I hope you know that you've just changed a lot of lives.
I do.
Including mine.
Next in was Lizzie and her aunt, and Ashley starts off by saying that she was impressed by her dancing and that she loved her confidence. She then gives her $5,000 for her dance classes and another $5,000 so she can visit LA. Ashley then thanks Lizzie's aunt for raising a good person and for sticking by her, and offers to pay for Lizzie's college tuition, removing a huge burden from her aunt.
Thank you for inspiring me and being who you are.
Last in was Helly, and Ashley was very impressed by her, and she commends Helly for staying strong and for being positive after all the things that she went through, and she then thanks her for standing for others and for trying to change the industry. She then tells her that she's gotten her a modeling contract with a big agency so she can be part of a modeling campaign, and also tells her that she's gotten her a management director so she can plan out her career. But that's not all. She then tells her that she set up a photo shoot with her own team and that she'll be posting the picture on her own social media while tagging her so that all of her 5 million followers get to see her. And finally, she invites her to a full-figure fashion week and gives her $10,000 and covers all of her expenses.
Always has to be there to give you a shot or give you a helping hand, and for her to be that person for me, that I've looked up to her.
We first start with the founder and CEO of Armando Montalongo Companies, Armando.
Armando Montalongo, CEO of the Armando Montalongo Company.
Operating out of San Antonio, Texas, real estate mogul Armando Montalongo is the single largest house flipper in America. Flipping 400 homes each year and leading educational seminars across the country, the Armando Montalongo Companies rags in $75 million a year. He wants to go undercover because his company has grown so fast in the last 3 years, and he wants to branch out to the international market, and before he does, he wants to see what issue his company's facing from the inside and fix it. He'll be going undercover as Kevin Jones, a contestant on a reality show, competing to win money to start his own business. For his first job, he travels to Orlando, Florida to work as an electrician in one of the houses he's flipping.
Today I'm in Orlando, Florida. I'm going to be working as an electrician in one of the houses that I will be flipping.
He meets up with Angel, and he first shows him how to remove old sockets and install new ones. Angel's instruction is not really hard to follow, but Armando hasn't done a physically demanding job for a long time, and he starts sweating easily. Angel doesn't give up on him though, and he makes him do the job until he was done, and he also gives him constructive criticism to make him better.
That's gonna solve the problem for you? Because guess what? You're just creating a bigger problem for me. Now I've got to replace that box. Now that's costing me more time.
But Armando accidentally breaks a light bulb, and Angel tells him to just take a break. The next day, Armando travels to Riverside, California to go undercover as a student in one of the seminars.
Today I'm in Riverside, California, where I'll be speaking at one of my advanced seminars.
But this raises a major issue, as Armando always speaks in his seminars, and if he was going to be a student, he couldn't really do that without being recognized. So because of this situation, he hires a body double, and he teaches him his mannerisms and how he talks.
What about the, Yeah, so just everything's like this, round circles. Perfect.
Surprisingly, the body double picks up Armando's mannerisms pretty quick and was fully ready for the seminar. Armando then joins the class as a student and starts learning from the instructors, while the body double walks around the stage and stays visible to the students so they can think twice when they see someone that resembles Armando between them. On their break, Armando talks to some of the students and he learns that the reason most people are taking the course is because they're financially struggling and they believe if they have this education, they can also get into the restaurant business and change their lives. One student named Shannon reveals to him that she paid $46,000 to be able to take the course, and if the business doesn't work, she has nothing left. Armando sees how much people are trusting him to give them the best education and make them successful, and this puts a lot of pressure on him.
From talking to students, I realize how high the stakes are for us as a company to help them make their lives better.
For his next job, he stays at the same place to work as an event room decorator.
Today I'm in Riverside, California to experience my free preview events as a room director.
He meets up with Sarah, who takes him outside, and they start their shift by greeting new students. While doing this, Sarah sees Armando's very stiff and not very inviting, so she shows him how to be more relaxed and to be more natural while talking to the customers.
He didn't really know what to say, wasn't acting natural. I'm gonna get you a couple name tags here.
Okay. Welcome.
Then after the 3 first classes end, Armando and Sarah talk to the students and offer them training packages, and one way Armando markets their packages is by giving students half-off prices on the day of the free classes. But if the students don't take it, the price will double next time, and this encourages the students to take the $1,500 package, and the company gets a lot of students in one day. For his last job, Armando travels to San Antonio, Texas to work on the call center.
Today I'm at the Armando Montalongo headquarters in San Antonio, Texas, where I'll be working in my own call center.
He meets up with Amanda and she shows him lists of potential customers and teaches him how to convince them to attend the free seminar. Armando then starts making calls and talking to the customers, but the way he was talking was not enthusiastic, so Amanda instructs him on how to be more energetic and convincing. Armando then goes to make the next call, but the computer system stops working completely, and Amanda tells him that this happens often, sometimes even for hours, which really hurts their output. This makes Armando very angry because he's never heard about this issue existing, even though he always makes it clear that he wants to know if there's any issue that was holding the company back. Armando wanted to end his shift, but first he reveals his true identity to everyone.
I'm doing an episode of Undercover Boss. The reason why I'm doing this is to get to know my business better,
and asks to talk to Amanda in private. He asks her why the issue hadn't been fixed, and she reveals to him that the call center doesn't get support from the IT department, and since he was far away from this, he also doesn't give it enough attention, which worsens the situation. She also tells him that the employees also suffer because they don't get bonuses if they don't hit a certain quota, and they can't really meet the quota if they can't make the call. And finally, after this encounter, Armando's undercover time comes to an end, and he invites his employees to reveal his true identity. First, to find out Armando's true identity was Sarah. He tells her that she was a good teacher, and he then offers her the director of seminar position, which comes with a good raise. He then gives her $12,000 to help her out, and also offers to send her to her dream vacation.
I'm super excited about the future. I mean, I'm very grateful about the promotion. I'm very grateful about money giving me.
Next in was Angel. He tells him that he appreciates his work ethic and then offers him a contract worth $500,000 so he can expand his electrical work, and finally he offers to send him and his family on a fully paid vacation.
My goal is to make sure that my children get a good education and expand the business, to give them something.
Next in was Shannon. He tells her he'll be paying her expenses and offers to pay for her first flip house up to $75,000, and on top of that he gives her $25,000 to repair the home, and when she sells it she'll be reaping the benefits for herself.
I feel that our dreams can actually be fulfilled. I'm very excited. I can't wait to get it started.
Last in was Amanda, and he tells her the issue in the call centers will be fixed, and he then gives her a 20% raise and offers to pay off her debt. Lastly, he gives her $20,000 to help with her financial situation.
Gives me that confirmation like, Amanda, you can go far, you know, despite what you're going through, you can go really far.